Well, the time has finally come to neuter my Westie dog, Sami. Not too happy about it, are you? So, as I'm filming this, today is Tuesday, and our vet, Sami's vet, just called and said that she can do the surgery on Friday. So we're like 3 days away from this. We've been planning it for quite a while, and yeah, it's happening. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Miruna, and this is my Westie dog, Sami. He's 6 years old and 3 months, and the time has come to finally neuter the little guy. Yes, we are. Off with his balls. Yeah. You might be wondering why we haven't neutered him when he was younger. And the short answer is, I wanted Sami puppies. And for the first years of his life, I actually thought that we were gonna breed him and that our next Westie would be his puppy. So that didn't happen. So back when Sami was a puppy, around the time that he was 6 months old, I knew that I would have to make a decision, you know, whether to castrate him or not. So I looked into it and I looked at the pros and cons. I thought if we neuter him, it's a healthy thing to do because, you know, you no longer have to worry about things like prostate cancer or testicular cancer. Then it turns out when you research it, some studies show that it's actually healthier to leave the dogs intact because the testosterone helps build muscle and keep them active. And that neutering them messes with their hormones and it can actually even lead to certain cancers. So I asked Sami's vet about it and she said that she recommends neutering because that's what they do, you know, with most pets, they neuter them. But that if we want puppies later down the road, we can leave him intact and then we could do the surgery later on in his life, like when he's around 7, 8 years old, because that's when he gets older and that's when most of the health issues can appear. She said that the latest we should do the surgery is about 10 years old, because then they get old and it's a risk because of the anesthesia. So we decided to follow her advice and postpone neutering until a later time in his life. And that's exactly how it worked out. Of course, after all, we didn't manage to have Sami puppies, and not for a lack of trying. I did try for a while to find someone who would be, you know, interested in breeding their Westie, and I wasn't able to find anyone. Where we live in Portugal, there aren't many Westies, so it was quite hard to find someone, you know, who would have a Westie girl available for breeding. So, and then his allergies started around the age of 2. That's when we discovered that he actually has allergies, and that's why, you know, he was miserable for a lot of the time because he had a lot of skin issues and, you know, just a lot of stuff. And at some point someone said to me, you know, allergies can be genetic and it's probably not a good idea to breed him when he has so many allergies, because, you know, you don't want to pass that on to other puppies. So I said, yeah, probably we're not gonna breed him. And he's making some sounds that I don't know if you're hearing, but I'm hearing him. Yeah, you're sleepy. Yeah, you are. Yeah, so at some point I realized that it's not gonna happen with the puppies, but also neutering wasn't a priority, and we were doing annual tests, you know, like blood tests and ultrasounds and all kinds of stuff. So I knew that he was healthy and that if any problem would appear, that we would be on top of it. Now, my biggest worry at the time was that if we don't neuter him, that he might become aggressive or start humping legs or stuff like that, you know. because I know that dogs that are intact tend to become more territorial. So I was taking him to a dog training school 3 times a week, and I asked his trainer, you know, what's his opinion about it? Like, should I neuter Sami just because I don't want him to become aggressive or territorial? And his trainer told me something I never forgot. He said an intact dog that is trained will be more calm and well-behaved than a neuter dog that is not trained. So basically, as long as I train Sami to behave and to be calm, not neutering him shouldn't affect his behavior. 6 years later, he was right about some things, but the truth is actually somewhere in the middle. Like, Sami is super calm, and he is that way because of his training. And thankfully, he doesn't hump anything except his special toy. So he never humped legs or anything like that. So in that way, things are good. But also there are some downsides to him being intact. Like, for example, he marks his territory a lot, which is to say he pees a lot. Like, I will take him on a walk and he will pee 3 drops here and two drops there, and he will stop. Like, I'm not even kidding you, every 5 steps he will stop to pee on something. We could be walking for an hour and he would still stop to pee, even though he has no more pee left. So that can be pretty annoying, and also it makes walks long, because I can't walk him for 5 minutes and he's done. I need to walk him for at least 20 minutes so that he can get everything out. Not to mention that it can be a little bit messy and stinky, which is why I cut his hair really short. If you've seen Westies, they usually have a long skirt, is what they call it. The belly area has the long hair, and I cut Sami's hair really, really short there, because if not, I mean, it will always be just smelly and pee stained. Yeah. So that, I would say, that's the downside of not having neutered him, because I think if we had neutered him when he was young, then maybe he wouldn't feel the need to mark so much. And then there's the territorial aspect, which he's not exactly territorial. I mean, not when it comes to us. For example, I can take away his food at any time I want to. I can just take away his toy or his treat and he doesn't react. So he does not do, you know, it's called resource guarding, when the dogs feel the need to defend what's theirs. He doesn't do that with humans, but he is reactive. He has this aggressive side that when we walk and we meet other dogs, there's like a 50% chance that he might lunge at the other dog and bark and just be really, really obnoxious, especially if it's a male or a bigger dog. He has this thing where he thinks he's bigger than he actually is, and that makes him very bold and confident. But yeah, definitely there is a component of him not being neutered, and why he feels this need to prove himself. So fast forward to today, you might be wondering why we have decided to neuter him now at the age of 6. And well, let me tell you, the first small health issues started appearing. So what happened was, at some point last year, he was feeling sick and we didn't know what the problem was. We went to the vet and he had an ultrasound done. And it turns out he had gastritis, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. He had stomach, intestine issues, so nothing major. But when they did the ultrasound, they also found that he has a cyst on his prostate. And they said that it's a small cyst, like, I don't know, 0.5 centimeter or 1 centimeter. It's a small thing, it's nothing that we should worry about. But the vet said, this kind of thing is gonna start showing up. Because he's not neutered, these kinds of cysts will start appearing. And even if we, I don't know, do a surgery and remove this one, that other cysts will appear eventually, and that it can, in the long run, it can lead to prostate cancer. So that's when we said, okay, I think it's time to neuter him and to avoid stuff like that happening. So anyway, I am really excited that we're finally doing this and getting it over with. I mean, of course, I am a little bit worried because it is a surgery and it is anesthesia, and that's always something that I'm worried about. But also, you know, I think it's gonna be fine. It's not, you know, it's a super easy surgery, and he's a healthy young dog, and I'm sure everything's gonna be okay. I'm most curious about his behavior after the surgery. Like, is it gonna change him in any way? I don't know. From everything I've heard from people, it doesn't really change when they are already adults, you know, because all the habits are formed, and a lot of people are telling me not to get my hopes up about, you know, the marking the territory and everything, because it's probably not going to change. He's probably not going to pee any less. It is what it is. And he'll probably hump his toy every now and then, because it just doesn't go away, you know, even if he's got no balls. We'll see. I'm gonna keep you posted. I'm definitely making a video when we do the surgery. Like, I'm probably gonna vlog it and show you and take you with us. Do you want to say anything to the people and the dogs watching you right now? No? You're good? Yeah. He's not very happy about it. So yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so leave them down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, please give it a like, and if you're not subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you'll find out every time we post a new video. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and wish us good luck. Bye.